Well, it's a couple of days since the last video and the modifications are complete. So now I can show you the table. This table is made by MP Custom Blades. He can be found on Facebook. And there's also a video for this table, which I will link below. And if I can put a card in the top, I will. And it's specifically made for this Makita saw or the corded version. And it's stainless, very sturdy, very nice bit of kit. They're 170 posted, and I think that's worth every penny. I looked at the Swag Off-Road ones, and they're quite a bit more expensive imported into the UK. It is a quick release, and I'll cut in a video of me removing it. The modifications that I made to be able to use it are now complete. So the first one is the cable and the switch, 3D printed bracket for the switch. Which is nice and sturdy, drilled through and bolted just done there. And if I get the cable, I'll try and film this so you can actually see what's going on. Just plug that in. It's much easier with two hands. There we go. That's in place. I have a battery in the saw. You can just see there. So if I flick the switch, and the trigger still operates while you do this, but yes, the main part is. And it's a nice big switch. It's a nice big switch so you can see what you're doing. You can also use this light that I have for the bench drill to give myself a bit more light if I need it. So that's the switch. The second part is this thing, which is essentially it's the same as a crosscut sled. Now I wanted something to be able to cut metal rods, which I've moved. Let's say I have one down here. This is an inch metal rod. I wanted to be able to cut these square, and so this was my idea, is to make this. This is 3D printed, the two ends on the center section with 2020 aluminium extrusion in the middle, and it fits onto the table. Again, can I do it one-handed? Yes, I can. Fits onto the table like that, slides, and the gap lines up with the blade. It's quite loose at the minute. I can adjust it to be as tight or as loose as I want, because there is a little bit of play in it, and it's fantastic. The square cuts it makes are really good. As I work towards making one of Andrew Klein's design of switching magnets, this thing has 12 N50 magnets in it, and these little steel rods which are all cut on this saw. They're very nice square cuts. Put that down out the way again. I'm going to cut in a video now which shows how this is put together. I filmed that a couple of days ago when I was fitting this sort of sealing strip to stop the chips getting inside it, which works reasonably well. So these are two pieces of 2020 aluminium extrusion that I had from the CNC machine when I upgraded it. So these are attached to 3D printed pieces, and this is a base piece, but the two edges that run along the sides of the table are like this. They slot into the extrusion using these T-nuts, again pinched from the CNC machine because I ran out, one at each end. And the base piece just keeps everything level because this step here has to match, and it also allows circular or cylindrical things to sit on here as it runs across the sled, and otherwise they'd fall off or you wouldn't be able to get past this point. But this has a slot cut out for the blade, and also this has a cutout for the blade, so when you cut through something it has somewhere to go. This was actually cut in situ on the machine. This was one long piece, but I cut the centre section out. Now, the first time I used this, I realised that all the chips go inside these bits of the extrusion, so I am now going to take them all out and apply this black sealing strip all the way along the extrusion. I'm hoping it'll fit underneath too, into this gap here. Certain bits won't, because obviously, yeah, we have T-nuts in there. But I'll see what I can do about sealing up the ends at least, so that they don't fill with rubbish all the time. I ended up having to shake bits of sort of metal filings out, little chips out, because it filled up. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, you'll see that fitted back on the table. So that's it really. I have a portable bandsaw that can be used on a table with a nice crosscut sled, and it allows me to use long items because of this lip here. If I want to, I can flip this around, take this strip out and use it with a flat edge, which I might do, but it sort of comes off the end if you're not careful. Or I can take it out and use it portable. I can disconnect this cable here, and just take it away. And yeah, very happy with it. It's a great little portable saw. It's one of those things you do get what you pay for with the Makita saws. I looked at the cheaper ones, and as I mentioned before, they didn't have what I wanted. I wanted this depth, and the depth to the back mainly, as well as the option to be able to fit it to this table, which none of the other ones do fit. So that's great. And yeah, hopefully it will serve me for many years. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project, and it maybe gave you some ideas.